Hi class, welcome again to another session on rehabilitation engineering. So today we shall discuss the mobilization exercises. So first, in order to understand what exactly is mobilization exercise, we need to know exactly what is mobilization, right? So passive movement performed in a manner or speed such that the patient can stop the movement at his or her will is called as mobilization. So these exercises are performed to maintain joint movement in a patient, right? If the joint is spastic, then in order to keep the joint in under motion and improve the range of movement, we do mobilization exercises. So there are certain general principles of mobilization exercises, which are: the position of the patient should make him or her comfortable and relaxed, right? So whatever position we are doing the mobilization exercises in, the position should not be putting the patient under stress, right? It should make him or her comfortable and relaxed. Also, the technique used for relaxation should be also, techniques for relaxation. We saw a few techniques in the relaxation exercises slides, right? So the techniques required for relaxation or the relaxation exercises should also be performed if necessary, right? The tissue should be warmed using massage or heat therapy before joint mobilization, because if the tissue is warm, it is easy to perform the mobilization. If it is, cold and rigid, it is hard to perform mobilization because it might be painful for the user. The joint to be mobilized should be placed in the least painful position, because already the person is in pain. It's because of rigid joint. So if you place it in a position that is painful to that person, then that's not going to yield much fruitful result while you perform the exercises, right? Bone proximal to the joint is fixed manually or mechanically. So either you can use mechanical fixation, or you can fixate it manually using using your strength or using your arm or anything. So the treatment force application should be closer to the joint, so because that would yield in the most effective result. If you are applying force away from the joint, then that's not going to impact much on the joint's performance. Progression of technique should depend on how the joint reacts to mobilization, and dosage should be decided based on the grade, speed, and duration of the treatment. Now, where are mobilization exercises used? So, what are the indications where you would use mobilization exercises? So, pain associated with muscle spasm. So, if you have muscle spasm, then you would use mobilization exercises, because these exercises can directly reduce pain by stimulating type 3 joint receptors. So, small amplitude oscillatory and distraction movement can stimulate type 1 and type 2 joint receptors as well. So these exercises can also inhibit pain at spinal level through pain gate mechanism. Now the next indication is restriction of joint range of movement due to capsular tightness, meniscus displacement, ligamentous tightness, etc. So if there is a restriction in joint range of movement because of any of these problems, then joint mobilization exercises can help in alleviating the condition. So most of these issues are due to prolonged immobilization, basically, because capsular tightness, meniscus displacement, or ligamentous tightness are because the joint has been immobile for a very long time. So obviously, in order to reduce or nullify the effect of immobilization, you have to perform mobilization exercises. So progressive limitation of joint range of movement, and this also happens in conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis, because you know as time progresses, the condition worsens, and that would result in reduction in range of movement. So in those scenarios, range of mobilization exercises are very very helpful. So, sir, there are certain contraindications where you wouldn't be using mobilization exercises. So these are hypermobility of joint. If your joints are hypermobile, or if there is joint effusion or infection or recent fracture involving articular surfaces, neoplasm, etc. So these conditions, you wouldn't prescribe mobilization exercise. You wouldn't even attempt a mobilization exercise on such patients. Now, effect of joint motion. is basically joint mobilization stimulates the release of synovial fluid and maintains the extensibility and tensile strength of the articular and periarticular surfaces. So basically, the more mobile your joint becomes, it stimulates the release of synovial fluid, and that would lubricate the joint and make it less rigid and improve the performance of the joint. Other benefits include pain relief, assisting in healing process, improving tissue health, improving the quality of life, placebo effect, etc. So basically, you just make the patient believe that their joint is going to work better, and then they believe and they try harder, and that would improve their joint mobility. So that's placebo effect for you, and then you have improvement in quality of life as well, because the joint, if it is mobilized and if they are able to perform better activities that they usually used to perform earlier, then that would definitely improve their quality of life. I think that's all I have to speak about mobilization exercises. I shall see you again in another video soon. I hope you take care till then.